Was that Onexia? Just kidding.
Session 32. Deep within the quagmires and wetlands of the vast swamp, our band of heroes, much obliged, have reached a pivotal moment in their journey, surviving their first encounter with a dragon. To label this survival as a victory would stretch the truth, as they emerged only by the slimmest margin. The dragon's retreat has left them weary, wounded, and with dwindling resources. The toll is written on each bruised and acid-scarred face, serving as a stark reminder of the swamp's unforgiving nature. Now, as the echoes of the dragon's snarls fade into the dense miasma of the swamp, a moment of reflection is forced upon you all. Stranded deep within hostile territory, the loss of one horse and the magical banishment of another underscore the severity of your predicament. Deciding how to navigate the physical dangers of the swamp now becomes a pressing concern. The path forward is shrouded in uncertainty. The fate of the woman who reached out through the sending stone remains unresolved, and the dangers of the swamp intensify with each step you take. The need to rest weighs heavily against the backdrop of this inhospitable wilderness. The question then becomes, where can you find sanctuary in such a place? As the sun begins its climb, the swamp's menacing quiet underscores the challenges ahead. Tending to wounds and conserving dwindling supplies, you face the insidious puzzle of the growing blight within the swamp. As corruption eating away at the heart of the land demands your attention as would-be guardians of Cormyr, paralleling the urgency of the search for the woman linked to Del's sending stone. With the shadow of the dragon's potential return looming, today's journey becomes a dual quest: to find refuge and to ponder the mysteries that grow more pressing with each moment of delay. Welcome back to Cormyr, in the year of purple dragons.
So right now we're all just kind of in the mud. The dragon's flying off.
Yep.
Dell's still probably on the ground, barely moving, if moving at all.
So, yeah,
Functionally,
Fig
the time stop just ended.
Okay.
is trying to check to see if Dell's alive, since
Make a
that's what
medicine
she's
check.
doing. And she is visibly unhappy.
Make a medicine check.
Yeah, I'm getting
Yeah,
We
cool.
almost got him.
You think he's dead.
So Fig just kneels down, starts crying and praying to Shantea because she thinks he's dead.
What are you crying about?
Fig just kind of looks at Corthin with this, like, possibly the most angry he's ever seen her look, and does not answer because she feels it should be obvious.
If it's Dariar, he's fine. Says the blind man, who
Yes,
he's
it's
clearly
he.
looking around, not able to see.
He's very clearly not fine, Corthin.
Who's
Get him
fine?
up out of the mud and he'll probably be a lot better.
I'm gonna walk over and start to pull him out of the mud and to try to find like a dry spot to pull him up on.
And if someone would assist me in getting out of the mud, I would appreciate that.
Veronica's gonna push him further into the mud.
Peaches, Peaches, come back
sorry.
here.
Sorry, I didn't see you there. Too busy, surviving a dragon.
If I could fireball, I would.
We all know that.
The horses
Veronica
will come
will,
back, Tanis, if you go to get them.
Yeah, that's my first stop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of just look around a little bit, get a sense of our surroundings, see if we're relatively safe.
Make a perception check. Yeah. Safe is an interesting word in this swamp, where there's been dangers at every turn. There's nothing immediately threatening you.
If I
Do
was
any
going
of
to
y'all
get
have hit dice?
That was a no, by the way.
Okay, I don't either, so I was just wondering.
I do.
I think I do.
What-
Oh, I do. I don't know why I do.
Nice.
I-
Good,
I-
good, good.
Give me a
Big-
1, 2, 3 on why that is. That something for
You
right
can
now,
use
or is
them
that?
to
I was
heal
just
yourself
looking at options
during
for
a
healing.
rest.
Yeah,
Oh.
during a short rest, you can heal with hit die.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Fig, still Videl, is just watching Corthan flop around in the mud because she's cross.
And
And
he's.
say-
Oh, sorry.
and say, we have to go to house. Oh my god, what's Delriar's last name?
Tamarest.
Tamrest.
Yeah, we have to go to House Tamarest. We have to.
We
I
can't
don't know
make
how.
it that far in our condition. We'll have to find a camp. And he's casting prestidigitation on himself, sight unseen, trying to get rid of all this mud.
And Fig's just like, I don't know how we're going to move him without the horses.
As soon as he finishes his prestidigitation, Veronica is going to take a big clump of mud and throw it at him.
Hit AC 17.
Make a dex check.
All right.
You have advantage because he's blind.
Here comes my next check. It's an ability one, right?
Yep, ability check with dexterity. Uh-huh. And then advantage.
I hope you crit.
Mm-hmm.
What was your AC? 17?
It's 19 because I'm using my reaction to parry.
No,
Oh.
you're not.
You're
You
blind.
can't parry.
However,
No.
That's rude. That's rude. You're right. It's
However-
a range attack. However, I can cast shield.
no,
No.
but
You
Fig
don't
can
see the
intercept
attack.
it.
You could. Are you going to?
Yes, because now she's going to look crossly at Veronica and go, I haven't forgotten that you were the one who shot the dragon in the first place.
It's a dragon. Of course you're going to shoot a dragon. What am I supposed to do? Talk to it?
That might have
Everybody
been
was
better.
all like, lizard
Terrible.
people are not people and we don't talk to those. And so now I get crap
Lizard
for shooting a
people.
dragon?
Aren't dragons.
That ate our horse. How? If there is any crossness that we should be having, it is with the dude that threw that last spell and brought the dragon back to us.
I don't think crossness is going to do anything for Del.
Why is everyone so mad?
That's a good question.
Again, Fig gestures to what she assumes is Delriar's dead body. Like, why am I the only one who cares?
Can I
Wait,
make
wait,
a
wait.
medicine
Del
or
is
perception
dead?
check to see if he's
Can
breathing or
Yes.
anything?
Can I? Because
Ours
since
Fig
I
can
pulled
tell.
him over and got him into a place, can I check him, see if I need to stabilize him, and do my check as well?
Make a medicine check, sure. Val, you're just coming back, so I'm going to let him go first.
Yeah, negative
Yeah,
4.
Kalen, he's totally dead.
Yeah, I'm also just gonna kind of collapse next to him since I am basically close to dead as well.
Yeah, Fig's does not have a lot of hit points, so you know.
Does my mud hit Fig instead?
It hits my shield
Okay.
because I have an interception fighting style, so she gets her shield in the way. Which is great
Alright.
when enemies are attacking, but probably very frustrating when I'm doing it to you. Sorry.
Veronica will stomp away and go sit next to Kaylin. Yeah.
We need to. I'm gonna look over at Veronica. We need to set up a camp. We can't go on like this, and we're not
Not
gonna make
here.
it back.
Right? Like, we can't set up camp where the dragon just ate one of our horses. In fact,
That would be ill-advised.
How are we going to get anything anywhere else? We have one draft horse and a riding horse and a dead body.
Have we been
What?
able to catch the other horses?
Yeah, is Val back yet?
Probably see him on the
Uh,
way back with them.
Hearing the word dead, he'll definitely go check Dell out.
Make a medicine check.
Is there something we can do with Fredel? Like
He's breathing.
we've healed each other.
I continue to tell
Wait,
you
who's
he's
dead?
fine.
It's not Dell.
It's still.
The horde? No.
They
He's
think
breathing,
Deliar
guys.
is dead.
He is not breathing.
Look, I'm gonna grab her hand and just put it over Dell's mouth.
Make a
So then
perception
we
check, Fig.
suffocate Dell to
Fig,
death.
Fig, make a perception check with advantage. Yeah, you feel his breath on your palm.
Now she starts crying again, but this time it's relief and muttering thanks to Shantea and also foul, but much different level of thanks. You know.
That's
Okay.
a relief.
Not dead. That's great.
Foul, do you have the horses?
Yeah, and I'll just kind of pull the reins over to him, try and get Peaches to give him a good slobbery kiss.
Hello, Peaches. Wonderful. If you could take them to the other side of the clearing from the carriage for a moment and hold their reins so that they don't run.
Why?
I'm going to get us assistance in taking the carriage to a new resting spot.
Okay, yeah, I'll be out of here.
You're not calling another dragon, are you?
And he fumbles around on his waist, but he knows where his spellbook is clipped on, and he puts his hand on the spellbook of guy Scytherin. Cytherin?
Slytherin.
And he will cast Animate Dead
On our dead horse?
on the dead thorn.
Yeah, I was supposed to get a token ready for that.
Does that just create a walking visceral heap? Like,
No, it creates.
Well, there's only scattered
walking
bones left, so
skeleton.
it makes a skeleton.
okay.
Yeah.
Bramble's gonna be like, the fuck, this is not Thorn.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm
pulling
gonna
this
look
cart with him.
over my shoulder and oh god, I'm gonna start looking for material to make blind rings with.
Yeah,
And
we're
I'm
gonna
going
have
to
put some mud on that thing.
like repeatedly cast prestidigitation to try to get rid of the smell of death off of the skeletal horse.
Mhm.
This should assist us, assuming it went correctly.
What's
But I
wrong with
trust
your
my magic
eyes?
more than my eyes. The dragon appears to have blinded me. I
Does
think it
his
may be
eyes
permanent.
do his eyes look damaged?
No, he looks totally normal. He's just completely unfocused.
Eyes are just going in like all sorts of directions.
Do I have any way to should I roll to know that this is some kind of curse?
Arcana or religion.
Religion's much better, so let's do that.
Yeah, it is obviously some sort of spell that is on him.
Once we've had enough rest, I can probably help.
That would be appreciated. I suspect I can do the same.
Yes, but your spells may be more valuable in combat than mine.
Perhaps.
Considering you saved his butt from falling off of a dragon? I don't know.
That was an
That wasn't a
exhilarating
spell.
fall that I would not like to do again.
Yeah, I can only do that once per day, so do try until at least tomorrow to not plummet out of the sky.
I'd been hoping
Please.
to hit the dragon with me, with a hypnotic pattern while we were both up there. Alas, it threw me down before I could do so.
I think Once we've struck camp and have started our resting, we should have a conversation about what we do if we encounter another dragon, because I don't think any of what we did was what we should have done.
We get our revenge, obviously.
We almost had it. That was an unfortunate draw.
It didn't
Would've
look
been
like it
better.
was ready to talk.
There is that. But you never know. It may have been up for a discussion before we shot it in the face with an arrow.
I love how this is all like we're gonna have discussions with the dragon, and yet the 2 other times we saw lizardmen, everyone's like, we're gonna fireball them. Jeez.
Well, we could take the lizard.
Well,
we
the
knew
lizard-
that.
The lizard, we've all heard the stories of the lizard men. They'll skin us alive. They'll eat us. It's not worth it.
Versus
dragon would do the same.
Let's get the. Let's see if we can get. What's the other one? Bramble?
Yes.
I keep getting his name wrong, so.
Bramble.
Let's see if Bramble will accept Thorn as a fellow draft horse with the carriage. Maybe blinders would help.
Veronica, can you
Did I-
help me move Dell's
Do
body
I have
into
any
the carriage?
success trying to find?
Make
have to
make a survival check for me.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make some makeshift blinders from like some combination of leaves, sticks, and probably some twine that you've got in your pack or something. One of the problems you're going to run into is that the horse's skeleton is not nearly as big around as the horse, and thus you're going to have to figure out how to get the harness hooked up properly, but it shouldn't be too bad. Maybe some blankets.
Is this
over the
when I
shoulders
get
would help.
to? Is this when I get to explain how horse harnesses work? Because it's actually fascinating, and I don't think the thickness of the skeleton would impact it too much.
Well, it's on their shoulders, right?
They tend to have a collar to spread the weight, but the actual function of it is there's a bar in front of them and they push against the bar because they're much better at pushing than pulling. Skeleton is still push against the bar.
Okay.
That is your session's random horse fact from former Horse Girl LC.
Kaylin and I are gonna
Former.
take Dell to the carriage.
Yeah, I heard that. So,
Okay.
Is there room in there right now?
Maybe we could just.
Well, we can
Eaten.
throw out half the hay.
Let's see.
Can
Or
I
a
just
third
put
of
him
the
in
hay?
the driver's seat and just lead the horses
I mean,
by hand?
yeah. To be fair, skeletal thorn eats a lot less than living thorn did.
Yeah.
To make the
Yeah,
trip out.
let's drop a bunch of ration.
Rob
horse
never
making
know
a
how much
comment
of that-
about
Yeah.
branch in 5, 4.
We don't know how much of that we'll need, though.
You don't?
It has 385 out of 910 pounds.
Okay. Yeah, you probably got room for now then. Well, you guys have been dropping weight pretty quick.
That food's heavy.
Well, yeah, it
horses
turns out
ate a lot.
trying to feed 4 horses.
Yep. All right. Yeah, there's probably room for him in there. Not the most comfortable ride, but it's better than being dragged.
So which
I
way are we
really-
going? Are
Well,
we
we'll
going
need to
backwards?
survival our way to a nice camp.
Okay.
from-
We're not
Here.
going to go very far either way.
Last
will
Dell said we
survival
were a
away.
day away from the girl.
We need rest. We'll have to hope that she can survive another day without us.
I'm only asked because it seems like she's been able to survive wherever she's at currently for this long.
That is a very interesting point and a little concerning. I've been worried this is all some sort of elaborate trap, though I don't know how.
So
Or what they want us for, but I suppose we'll find out. We've got to fix this blade either way.
Problem for another day, honestly.
anyone know of any good campsites around here?
Hey, Kev, I put a survival roll there for you.
What's that for?
Finding a good campsite.
Sure. Guided by your keen instincts, you navigate through the blighted swamp, avoiding hidden sinkholes, treacherous undergrowth. Twisted, sickly forms of blighted trees stand silent witness to your passage. Eventually, you do find your way to a patch of bare rock. It's an overhang, and beneath it there is a slightly less damp bit of land. Mostly it's just scree and scrabble, but it
I mean,
might
we're not
do.
looking for the Ritz here, so.
Well, that's great. If it's an overhang, we can put the horses further in and the
It's
tiny
not
hut in front of
quite
them, and
large
hope
enough
things can't get
for
out
the
around us.
horses.
Hmm.
This place won't work,
Man.
Fig.
I mean, it
Well,
would
I'm
make a
open to
great
suggestions, pal.
campsite. It's just not great for the horses. But you haven't seen anything better for the horses either.
Yeah, we did take horses into a swamp, which historically not good for horses. Don't any of you fucking dare link that gif. I'm over it.
Let's put
I
the
was
carriage
about to.
on the outer side. Like if our campsite is a circle, let's put the carriage on the outer side and put the horses in between the carriage and the bubble.
Makes sense.
And if there's an overhang, we can maybe use the overhang as another wall to try and create at least some protection.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's right.
We'll just put a sign up that says, "Don't eat any of our horses, you stinky swamp creatures," and that should work just fine.
What time of the day is it right now?
Getting to here probably took you about 4 or 5 hours, so a little afternoon.
I mean, we have some time. Maybe we can, makeshift some spiky protrusions out, like some barricades and things like that to, hopefully deter some things or disguise our camp a little bit.
Yeah, I was thinking
Uh,
of maybe some rope and putting it around, and I don't know, something to alert us if something comes close as well.
Yeah,
So,
putting
thing
some
is,
rope
no help.
and as like a
We're,
tripwire. I have a bunch of ball bearings. Like we could just put them together on. Well,
we
can't really
just need
string them, but
uh to borrow some bones from Thorn and then set up those like noisemaker tripwires like in Skyrim.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something like that.
We have a skeleton. We have a Lizardo is still with us, right? We could take a couple of
Is
those.
Lizardus still animated or did
Nope, Lizardo's still there.
Yeah,
he's still
with us.
animated, right?
Yeah.
So is pretty much
Right.
everybody building camp and stuff like that other than the blind man?
And the unconscious one in the truck, which is you.
I'm aware of that, believe it or not.
Okay, just making
Can
sure.
I, can I get help moving some plants and stuff to try and make some sort of
Fig would be happy
makeshift
to help.
shelter for
So
the
But she
horses?
needs your guidance because shockingly the hunting dog doesn't know how to build shelters or caltrops.
as
So-
everybody goes about making camp, Dell is going to stumble out of the carriage. And since nobody else is there, the first person he sees is Corthin. You. What are you doing here?
Sitting nicely.
You
Welcome
never
back to the
just
world
sit
of the awake.
nicely. What do you want?
Now that is an interesting question. I want to not be hip deep in horrible swamp water. But that may be a while.
What? What do you...
Just standing near the carriage, staring in the middle distance.
Staring at Corthan.
You are 10th fool.
Yes, I believe we've been over that before. Corthan
No.
hast and through.
Oh.
Did you hit your head to very difficult, Tamarast?
Corthan.
Meanwhile, Vega's coming back with a whole bunch of plants in her arms and just drops them and runs over to give Dell a big hug because she's very excited to see him.
Figwin.
I'm so glad to see you're awake again.
I'm not sure he
Where?
is.
What happened?
He's been behaving very strangely.
We fought a dragon, and we didn't lose, but we didn't win either. Are you feeling okay?
Veronica and I are just out there like setting up traps and sound machines.
Val's gonna cast plant growth on our little cake too.
Hey, Fig.
Right.
Try and
What's your passive perception?
Uh,
10 plus your perception
10?
modifier.
Yeah, it's just 10. I don't have a perception modifier.
Okay.
She's very strong and tanky, but
No,
not
it's
too
fine.
smart or wise.
Carry on.
Perhaps whatever knocked me out did indeed.
I think it was the dragon breath. I thought you were dead.
You remember the dragon? You disintegrated one of its horns.
Disintegrated.
Yeah, you had a little wand. It was actually kind of cool. It was a black dragon, if that helps. It was very angry. It ate one of our horses.
Not sure that indicates anger when it comes to a black.
It was also very angry. Those are not necessarily related. It made it very clear that it was angry.
I think I'm probably done setting up some traps. Probably head back into camp.
Yeah, me too.
Do you want me
I
to make you some tea? Do you have tea leaves with you?
I don't tend to carry tea.
Does his voice sound different to me?
Yes.
Dell, it's good to see you awake. I definitely thought you were dead. But I gotta admit, back there, teleporting me onto the back of the dragon, that was pretty slick.
Caitlin, what's your passive perception?
Oh, it's probably so low with my exhaustion. Where do I find this?
It's
Perception
just
plus 10.
Oh,
perception mod plus 10. So your wisdom mod plus 10.
okay.
Well,
So
he
I
is
have two.
biggest
I have
trained.
2 right now.
Veronica will go and bring Dell
Wait.
a
Do you
drink or
mean
something.
12?
Oh wait, no, that can't. Sorry. No. I have right now. I have a -2 because I have 6 levels of exhaustion.
So 8. It's also
So
that
8.
number in parenthesis to the right of the -2 there.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Jeez, 6 exhaustion. You are fucked, man.
Yeah, I'm having a
Yeah,
bad
that's why
time.
we need to sleep, man.
Veronica's
Kalen's been
gonna
making that commute.
Veronica's gonna get something to drink. I don't know what that would. It was probably just be water at this point, and give it to Dell and ask him if he's okay. Dell, you okay? Looks kind of rough back there.
Things seem to be clearing up.
Is this like that incident where you saw past events happening?
Past events? What is that?
Yeah, something to do with the armor and the shield that we found. And
Because you
thus
do not seem like yourself.
Fig goes to get her shield to show it to Dell to see if that stirs anything. This shield.
Does it? ODM?
Or the armor that I'm wearing?
They feel very important to you.
I know these. How do I know these?
We found them together.
No, it's more than that.
Whoa. Sorry. Just turn away from the hut. Dell, are you, you good, buddy?
I seem to be foggy.
I'm gonna walk up and just try and put my hands up, like, non-confrontational, and then slowly reach for his hands to try and close them.
Anybody
Are
who's
his
watching
claws
this,
still out?
yes, they are.
Oh. So Fig is going to go look down and go, oh, Dell, I understand.
What's happening?
He's got some kind of shapeshifter in him, and the dragon's taking over right now. It's like if I got so angry, I just turned into a dog and started barking, I think. That's my guess. I don't really know. But...
Dragon inside of him? What? What's wrong with his hands?
Delightful.
Look,
It was not supposed to be contagious. You told me it was not contagious.
Seeing his hands, Dell flexes his fingers and shakes them, and his hands look human again.
Ooh.
That's concerning.
Don't worry, Veronica. It was probably just the dragon bite. Highly contagious.
Fig just kind of looks at Corthan like she doesn't get it. Like she's like, I don't think dragons are contagious. I think they're just born that way.
I have been able to summon claws since I came into my magic.
Yeah, well, maybe it's about to be something more.
Okay.
If it helps, when I'm feeling really barky, some nut butter, I just eat it right out of the jar with a spoon. It really helps.
Can I go to the cart and take a look and see how the brew is doing?
Yeah, go for it.
Is it ready?
Make a brewer's tools check.
Oh, this is gonna be so bad.
Man, imagine if the dragon had taken the beer instead of the horse.
We would already be looking for that dragon again, I'm sure.
Yes.
So, yeah, it looks good.
All right.
Oh no.
I think this will help, and I'm gonna pop the cork and pour some into a glass and hand it to him. I'm also gonna make one for me. Start passing these around.
Veronica's gonna
examine
reach
it
out with the cup.
with his brewer's supply because I also actually have proficiency in them.
Sure. If you have brewer supply proficiency, you can make a brewer supply check.
I absolutely do.
I would definitely yell like, "Hey, I'm gonna do
Oh,
this."
well, I don't know a whole lot
Seems
better
good,
than you do.
Fig. Seems great.
All right.
Well, a dog will drink it. There's your resounding fucking endorsement.
Oh no, gosh. My dog tried to eat
ray
his
of
own vomit
sunshine
today,
in
so that
this
doesn't really say
bleak
much.
swamp.
His?
So I'm gonna hold up my glass to cheers,
Sure,
everyone,
whatever.
and to battle, into victory. And I'm gonna take a swig. How's it taste?
Flat.
Uh, do I? I wonder if I notice because I'm just so exhausted.
You do
We'll
not.
taste it
I'm
and
gonna
then
go
go.
ahead and
With
do
a
this.
6
Oh.
exhaustion, not a chance.
Yeah, this is great. Tastes great.
Fig sips politely and says, "How long have you been making beer?"
Many years.
Oh,
Would like to make a sleight of hand check to make his bottle not noticeable and just not something he's going to drink.
Delicious. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna notice that.
Nope.
Oh,
Veronica's gonna
Del,
pat you on the
take
shoulder
that.
and be like, "Keep trying, keep it up."
What's
With
wrong with
just a whiff, Dell can tell that is not up to his standards of something to consume, and no,
I mean, it's not a fine
Just-
wine, that's for sure.
just not happening.
So,
Fig will drink it happily because she is in fact a dog.
so you guys establish a camp. You set up a couple of small temporary structures,
Alert rope, with
including
bone
several
chime.
physical alarms.
Um,
I believe it was Veronica and Kaylin setting up the alarms, right? Can I get a survival check from one of you with advantage?
You should take that.
It should be you, for sure. He's at a
Yep.
neg 6 right now
Everything.
to everything. Yeah, and I remember your plant growth.
What kind of plants are they pretty? Do they have
To be
flowers?
fair, I've got a negative.
no,
one
they are
just
disgusting
naturally.
swamp plants trying to make this little horse cove blend in.
And
Skunk
and like
cabbage.
slimy and black too. Like they don't look healthy.
Oh, they're blighted. Why did you summon blighted plants?
He didn't.
I
He
didn't.
just made them grow more.
Oh, do it with
Ah.
that advantage because I'm helping you. I'm
Yeah,
assisting.
you have advantage, Ronnie.
Wait,
Oh.
when you have a neg 6, how much help is your help?
Reasonable.
It's better.
Is it helpful or is it detrimus?
He's not actually setting anything up. He just thinks he is, and Veronica's put him in a corner with like some macrame project.
All right. So yeah, you guys set up camp and take some time to make this as defensible as you can with the limitations you've got in front of you. And it's just about supper time now.
Yeah, Fig will take stock of their rations and see if she can make something palatable out of it. Not using all the rations at once, mind you. Obviously, that would be
Make me a cooking
Oh,
tools
right.
check. Yeah. You managed to make it taste better than it would be if it were just the rations and water.
great. That's all I was hoping for.
It is. Yep. I mean, I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's better.
This is almost as good as my beer.
It is
It's better than your beer.
pot noodle with an egg in it.
This is delicious. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Veronica's gonna go pet
Somebody knock.
Peaches and the other horse.
Somebody knock 6 rations off the cart, and then also
Oh, yeah.
2 horse rations off the cart.
Also, Fig is going to be very fussy about making sure that Dell eats enough by her estimation.
Dell eats, but he's very unhappy about the options.
She recognizes that, but she did what she could, man. You and I both
Corthin's,
know that good food relies on good ingredients.
Corthin's like plate or bowl, probably bowl, honestly, just floats from the floats over to him from the cook pot, like full of the food, and he just grabs it out of there and is like, "Ah, thank you."
I would have brought it to you.
I didn't want to bother you.
Can everyone else move things with their mind but me? Am I the only one who can't do that?
I
It's
can't.
not technically by my mind. It's a servant. He just very unseen.
I can move things with my mind. Hey, Kaylin, do you mind giving me a drink?
Sure. She's not wrong.
No. I'm just joking. I'm just
You got
joking.
moving things
You're
with your
It's,
voice.
it's my pleasure. And I will go and get a bowl
Yeah,
and I'll bring
I
it over.
think that's moving it with your voice.
I've heard of dragons who can move things with their voice.
I don't think breath weapons count as voices.
Veronica is gonna take and try to sneak putting a little bit of like dirt into Corthin's bowl
Make a sleight of hand
without.
check.
Yes,
Make a sleight of hand check.
because you're blind.
You have advantage on this sleight of hand check. And Corthin a perception check. Ooh.
That's pretty good. I don't know that I can beat that, actually. I only have a +1 to perception right now.
Mind
On
you,
the other hand,
everybody else can see this happening.
I don't know that he'll notice if there's dirt in it.
Probably
I mean,
not.
it's
Okay, he doesn't
trail
have to
rations.
notice.
In fact, it might add extra flavor.
Spicy, spicy light.
Veronica's pleased with herself either way.
Seeing Corthin miss the dirt, Val would look at him and just say, are you going to be good to even continue on in this state?
After some rest, certainly. Ugh, this is disgusting.
I did my
Whoever did
best,
the cooking.
Corthin. We're in the swamp. And they're trail rations. What else did you want me to do?
I've eaten trail rations for many years now during my training, and this is foul.
Well, maybe it's karma.
Maybe I won't
Karma
cook for you
for what?
again if you're going to be like
I
that.
will note that
Saving
you all
our asses?
did see Veronica put dirt in his mug.
So here's the thing. I feel like Fate would not allow that, but I also feel like I've been ruining Veronica's fun, so I wanted to keep my mouth shut. So I fig like Fig did not, in fact, see that because she has a shitty perception.
So-
Anybody who was watching the exchange saw it.
Yeah.
Fig was elsewhere.
Fig was busy. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah. Serving, probably. And now she's all like puffy.
Making sure that Dell eats.
Yes, she is paying undue amount of attention to Dell's food consumption. And now she's
Fair
like,
enough.
now I've got to mom my knight or my mage too.
With all of them acting so off, can Corthin sense something has happened?
To your food?
No, just like putting it all together with like they're all acting strange suddenly, and then after he talked about the food not tasting good.
No.
Okay.
What are you trying to detect?
Shenanigans.
I'm
Shenanigans.
just saying that the character whose primary personality trait has been I like to cook for people being insulted that you called her food rotten is not new.
Yeah, nothing has happened.
Okay.
I don't think anything's happened that would have triggered an insight check yet for that.
Corthin said, for what? Karma, but for what? For saving our asses? Veronica will reply to that with, you mean like almost getting us killed?
It was a battle.
So now,
Battle
And
that
I
we were not
recall
going to
your
win.
arrow
Big
striking first.
slams her ladle down on the side of the soup pot, like
There
really loud.
There is
Enough!
certainly
No, both of you, enough! It's not going to do us any benefit to argue about who pissed the dragon off enough. We all did things we shouldn't have. The dragon was angry. We almost died.
But
No more bickering.
In war, we can only make the best decisions we can make in the moment. I think we all tried our best. And we
It means
suffered the
neither of you.
consequences because our best was not good enough.
Exactly. But it also means neither of you pick at each other about it.
I want to
It's
know
not doing us any good.
if we face that dragon again, that he's not going to just antagonize it the whole time.
We're not going to face the dragon again. If it has any amount of self-preservation. We dealt as good to it as it dealt to us.
Got one horse.
And we got one
We
horn.
count how many of
It
its
has
ears
one
are full.
less horn. The horn would have lasted a lot longer than the horse. I think we came out of the cop.
Flabbergasting.
But also,
the ego that you have, literally, we would have died if that dragon had not ran away. We would have all, like, the lady in the swamp that we're here to rescue, she would have been up a creek if that dragon hadn't, and it had nothing to do with you.
We're not dead. Celebrate that fact.
I could have gone to go get the girl. The dragon didn't even touch me.
Veronica, to be fair, I was not backing away from that fight.
And if the dragon hadn't left, you would be dead.
what's the purpose in repeating that, though? If the dragon decides to come back, it's going to come back, and it can kill us whenever it wants. It's a dragon.
I need to know that if we hit a fight like that again, and we need to run, that we are choosing to run. There was a point in that fight where we should have just left and ran. And it seemed to me that, and I blame this on myself as well, but it seemed to me that folks were willing for it to end there. And I need some confidence that is not our goal, to go down fighting a dragon.
So Fig here takes a very long, deep breath and looks very seriously at Veronica and says, "My respected Lady Dracohorn, going down trying to stop a dragon is exactly what you signed up for when you joined us."
No, I came to save some lady in a swamp, and killing that dragon was not a part of that.
You joined
Killing
an
that
adventuring
dragon.
party.
Killing that dragon would save many other lives as well. There is a part of war in this fight that we need to be able to die for the greater good. That is the point of this group.
If we died to that dragon, there's many more lives that we could save down the line that we wouldn't be able to. She has a point.
Some caution, I guess, going forward might be good. But if we get the chance, we should take it.
Where does that leave the rest of us? Like,
When you signed the charter, did you not know that you were putting yourself at risk?
For a reason. Not to die in some swamp. And not accomplish anything. Like killing one dragon. What does that matter?
Dragon in Cormyr is for the betterment of all.
Well then, you know what? Go find that dragon and go live your best death. That is not what I signed up for.
I intend to speak to the dragon, but I'm not intending to fight it again.
Maybe
He
a bit
sends out
more
a
strategy would be better.
he sends out a mental command to have Lizardo come over and guard him because he's feeling very attacked by Veronica right now. So any further attempts to poison his food or throw mud at him will be met with an arrow in the face.
Wesley
I
says
think
borf.
I think
Tells
it
us
might be
a
best
bad
if
time to
we
ask for that
sleep.
dream mist again.
Was that in character or out of character? Sorry.
That was in character, just exacerbated. I mean, he was joking around, kind of, as he said it. But however Del wants to take that, he said it.
The only thing that I'm trying to get across is
Veronica.
we have a goal, and it feels like there was a point in that fight where folks had decided the goal was to take the dragon down with us. And I just want us to focus on. I would like to know that there is a
Be
focus.
completely frank with you. My goal, and presumably also Corthan's goal, since he is trialing to become a war wizard, is to protect Cormyr.
Bigwin. Gorthan. Veronica. We all have our points. But there are also better ways of going about things than we did in that fight. Veronica is not out of line in wanting to approach the combat intelligently. Sacrificing ourselves to take down such a minor inconvenience to Cormyr is not the better option. And that is a lesson I need to keep in mind as well.
Yes, you did seem rather eager to fight it. You have something against dragons?
I wish I had an answer for you.
Veronica will go and ask Fig if she can have a bowl of whatever we're eating, a clean bowl, and she will try to convince Corthan to take the new bowl and apologize for putting dirt in his old bowl.
There was dirt in it? Well, that explains the taste. Apologies, Fig.
Apologies accepted, because I didn't put the dirt in there. I think we should all go to sleep. We're clearly stressed.
I miss my eyes. I really need to get a familiar.
They're still there. I promise you, your eyes are still there. We just have to make them work again. I need to sleep first.
I'm tempted to leave them blinded for a few days, to be honest.
Why?
Because I need rest, and this book will not let me up.
You need me to carry the book until you get some sleep? I can carry the book until you get some sleep.
It's my book.
I understand that, but I can carry it.
My precious.
Oh, my God. Give the book to Dell. You'll never get it back.
Ah, yes. Like that dream mist.
Can I see where the book is?
Yes, it's on his belt.
Yeah, she's gonna take it.
There is a skeleton archer next to
Lizardo
him
is guarding him right now.
Has orders to guard him.
Yeah, I mean, she has a 23 AC.
That's a good point.
And if he knocks her back out, well, she'll have some words.
Goodbye, Lizardo. It's been
There's-
well.
What's happening? Why are you moving around?
I'm taking your book so that you will sleep, and I will give it back when
You
you are
realize
no
I
longer.
can't read, right?
I don't trust that you can't. You have all kinds of spells. For all I know, you can generate 15 floating eyeballs that will read it in 15 different languages for you. I'm just trying to look out for you. That's my job.
It's okay, Corthan. I understand.
Somebody write that down. That's a great idea.
While this whole argument is going on, like Kalen has already set up his bedroll, and he's just like snoring like crazy already. He just like immediately passes out as his head hits the pillow. Like
Dell is
not even gonna
also
take a watch. He's just like done.
going around and kind of checking out everybody, like seeing who's the worst off. Other than
you mean
himself.
other than you? Oh, it's Kalen.
Okay.
Fig is very hurt, but not exhausted like Caitlin is.
So
I have 1 HP and 6 levels of exhaustion. I'm
Okay, so
done.
she's 7 times better than him in terms of HP.
Why are you walking around?
It's like a
He's just like
delusional fugue state. Like I will not remember breaking out the
holding
beer.
his guts in with his hand, right? Like,
I am using the last of my spell ability
I-
on Kaylin for the
I
day.
just want to note that Fal has more hit points than the entire rest of the party combined.
That's amazing. I love it.
that's what happens when you run off with the horses.
I saw a
Well,
dragon.
everybody else
I
is
was
breathing on. Yeah, you
I
know
spread
what? You
out.
may
And that
may
includes
be
the
the
fact
only
that
one who
Ronnie has
reacted.
15 hit points, right? Like, Ronnie's still actually decently fine. Fal still has more than all of the rest of you combined.
Yeah.
I taunted the dragon. I moonbeamed it. I don't know.
That's true. You did call it a stinky worm, also.
Yeah, but he was the third one to call it that.
Griffin will instruct Lizardo to take him towards the center of the camp, so that he can cast Lemon's tiny hut.
Make an intelligence check for Lizardo, please.
Oh boy.
Fig
He
is gonna
don't.
watch all this,
Oh no.
and if it doesn't work, yeah, she's just gonna be like, I do speak common. I'm right here.
He's gonna
Yeah, but we gotta
leash.
see. I have to see. Okay, yeah. So you tell Lizardo to take you to the center of the camp, and Lizardo immediately starts guiding you, and puts your face right up against the rock.
This doesn't seem right.
Fig comes and rescues him with an enormous, long-suffering sigh, because boy, that mom friend override is such a burden sometimes.
If you could guide me to the center of the camp so that I could put up the dome, that would be excellent.
That's what I'm doing. And I'm going to hold your book very carefully and safely until you haven't had enough rest, and then I will give it back to you, and you can read more book things.
Ill-advised. I suspect it has some sort of compulsion towards reading it.
Well, I'm just not going to start.
I don't know that you would have the chance, to be honest. It's fine.
Yes, we'll see,
It's
won't we?
fine. I have both the capacity to resist it when required, and the lack of eyesight to care about it at the moment. Anyways, Lehman's tiny hut. Boom.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave it visible, like see-through this time.
Okay. So, are you guys going to keep a watch?
Corthan will watch.
That will take a while.
Veronica will watch.
Guessing?
And let Kaylin sleep.
I guess no one's coming.
No. So, no. What Fig will suggest is that she will sleep outside the hut in dog form, because she has very keen senses, and also that ring that means she can't be surprised. And if anybody hears her barking up a storm, come out before she gets turned into doggy shish kebabs, please.
Veronica will still take like first watch. Like she I'm okay with doing it. I don't have any exhaustion and all of that shenanigans, so
Yeah, I just
And
figured if we
Caitlin.
need people to get rid of their exhaustion, they can
oh yeah.
hang out outside.
So maybe
Cool.
go ahead.
Corthan will actually not take a watch, but he will put Lizardo on watch, and also have Thorn keep watch.
Martin, do you want to take first watch, or do you want, because normally
No,
Caitlin
she'll just.
and
So what she's planning to do is to just sleep outside, take her
Oh.
normal watch schedule, but be outside because she has a magic ring that will alert her if she would have otherwise been surprised.
Okay, that still feels scary.
It
It
is,
is
but
scary,
we
but you guys
are
are in not a good shape.
right, like beggars and choosers, right? And Fig's trying to look out for her pack, as it were. So this is
All right,
the
are we-
best.
So we got
solution.
3 people and some skeletons.
Are we going for a short rest or a long rest?
I need a long rest.
We need a long rest. I don't
I
know that
won't-
we can function
Yeah.
with a short rest.
So I don't get any of my spell slots back until a long rest, and either Corthan or I need to be able to cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Functionally, Niv, how does the long rest work when we're out and about?
The same as it does anywhere else. It takes 24 hours.
I
Okay.
wonder if your lay on hands could cure the blindness.
Not the bat too, so it's 6 one way, half dozen the other.
Mm-hmm.
So I can take first watch. Fig's gonna sleep outside. Val, are
But-
you taking a watch?
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So just
Anyone
wake
else?
Fig up when you would usually, and then she'll come wake Val up and then go back to sleeping outside.
And then what happens when it's Dell's turn? Dell, are you taking your watch?
He
No.
can wake Caitlin up.
Okay.
I think both of you need some rest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just sleep, Kaylin.
Can Veronica take that watch for Dell?
You have to
Is
have
that-
6 hours
okay.
of sleep, but because you guys are taking extra time because it's going to be a long rest, you can get that sleep later. So yes, you could do a second watch, as long as you finish sleeping after it.
Okay. I maybe that's a better way of doing it that way. That way everyone will be awake, basically, and Veronica will just sleep in.
Before Corthan turns in, he's going to cast Sending toward the dragon.
You still have it?
Damn.
I do still have it. I have my once per
no.
day
Wow.
Sending.
Okay. What's your 25 words, sir? Oh, my screen froze. One moment. I did not hear anything after I called for 25 words.
Yes.
Nothing happened.
Oh. Well, what are your 25 words?
I put it in. Oh, yeah. Apology for the insult. I believe we both proved our strength. We won't attack your lizard folk unless they attack us. Might I know your name?
Dragon just sends back, fuck you. In Draconic.
I don't think you can send specific language words in.
If
Sending.
anybody could, though, I would assume it would be a dragon.
That's true. Very valid point.
Look, sending works like Star Trek translators.
Oh, so
Where
you know it's a different language, you just understand it.
No, every once in a while, you can throw in a word or two of Klingon, and people don't understand what you're saying.
You're right. No matter what, you understand the meaning of the message.
As long as you have intelligence 1.
Yeah. Oh.
How would you cast it without it?
Well, you could be the recipient.
Oh, I suppose that's true.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, though? I send sending to my mouse. Is it an intelligent mouse? No, it's just a regular mouse.
It would still understand. It doesn't understand the words, it understands the meaning, no matter what.
Fair enough.
So the mouse would understand if you're asking it to leave your home. It would understand that it is being asked to go.
It would also then demand a cookie.
Oh, but if you give a mouse a cookie,
Yeah, it would be able to send back the meaning of give food, will leave.
Just makes me think of Cinderella differently.
I was
It was
just
all
thinking
just
of the one
a long
mouse
series of
and
sendings.
yes, there's the mouse in Baldur's Gate that you can talk to, and he's just like, "Are you the new cheese dropper? Because the cheese dropper died, and I miss cheese." And I'm just like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, imagine that. Just all the Disney princesses just have unlimited sending. That's the whole secret. Only
I
towards
can
animals.
do that with my dog, but only it's like a 5-foot radius spell. So
I mean, it
We lose
explains a
Kevin while
lot.
trying to figure
No,
out what the dragons
I'm
respond.
no. I just 25 words is very limited, so I gotta.
Hmm.
You get a response. Impudent whelp. You've invaded my territory, slaughtered my people, and now act my equal. You owe recompense for my trouble. Contact tomorrow for instructions.
I'm suing you.
You just hear Corthan mumbling in the corner, how to send an uplifted finger in a sending.
You know what? I actually think that was how you say "fuck you" in Draconic.
Correct.
Fair enough.
So, first watch, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
Incoming perception.
You are on edge. Your nerves are jittery. You swear you see a dragon at every turn. But every time you look, it's not there.
Yeah, Veronica will have her bow out and an arrow knocked on the string during her whole watch.
Yeah, not very peaceful. Eventually, the hours pass. There's no attack. You check on the horses several times because you don't want to lose another horse. But eventually, it's time for Fel's watch. So you gotta wake him.
No, it's time for me.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Fig's
it's
watch.
Fig.
So you gotta wake her.
So Veronica will walk out of the bubble and give a little nudge to puppy dog Fig. Or are you puppy dog right now, or are you
Yeah, she
human?
she always takes her rest in puppy dog form, so she doesn't have to take her armor off.
All right.
At least when you're not in the
Veronica will
city.
give you a little nudge.
Well, yes, when
just-
she's like at home.
I just imagine Fig with the little feet in the air, just like
Oh yeah,
chicken
she
with feet,
absolutely sleeps on her back with all 4 feet in the air. Yeah.
the little running dream.
Veronica will keep her bow and arrow right next to her, like ready, and
Mhm.
take a very long time to fall asleep.
Mm-hmm. Fig.
I think we'll
Perception check.
spend her watch patrolling their little area.
Make perception check.
It's gonna ask if I have advantage, but
Doesn't matter. Fig, you are fairly certain that you have picked a pretty decent campsite. Nothing seems to be approaching you guys.
he marks some perimeter just in case. But otherwise, pretty proud of herself.
Eventually, watch passes. It's time to wake up Falagard.
He goes and nudges him away with her snoot.
All right. I'll go stand outside the bubble and check on the horses first, and then
They're
pop
both
back
there.
in and then just poke my head out for most of the watch.
Make a perception
They
check.
will go curl up very near to where the horses are because
How's Horse
There it goes.
Ardo?
Horsardo
Horsardo.
is actually Thorn, or Thorn, or Thornaton.
Thornardo?
Tornado.
Leonardo.
Tornado.
No, just Thorn. Thorn has a name already.
Tornado.
Anyways.
Tornado.
Skeleorn.
Thorn is fine. Thorn is
For being a
standing
skeleton.
stock still, doing absolutely nothing, and I mean, like, it is creepy, but you know, skeleton's gonna do. The other horses are fine. Your watch passes uneventfully. Nothing seems to approach.
During my watch,
Mhm.
as things seem fine, just 10 minutes. I'm gonna go to the carriage.
Mhm.
I'm gonna open it up and climb in.
Mhm.
Get us all killed.
Does the noise of
And
him
I'm gonna
doing this
search.
wake me up?
Make a stealth check, Dennis.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
And I'm going to search the inside of this carriage for any dream mist hidden somewhere.
Yeah, make a just a perception check will do for this one. Yeah,
Keenly
you
honed
look
drug
through
senses.
everything in the carriage, paying special attention to the things Dell put in the carriage. You don't find any.
Worth a shot. And I'll go back into the hut and wake up Veronica.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What about Lizardo?
Oh,
I thought that he and Thorn Ator were already just outside the whole night.
They are. I just.
They are.
Okay,
I'm
He
just
was
making a
being
joke.
robbed.
I'm just being me.
all right.
that's fair.
Hey.
That's the only person you can be.
You're up
Veronica,
again, Veronica.
as you are awakened, you come out of a nightmare. You were about to be eaten by a dragon in your dreams.
She'll docile awake and pretend like everything's fine.
All right, night.
Should I?
Performance
Chill.
check.
Make another.
Are you even awake?
He is not. Make
I
another
said
perception-
performance, not perception.
I know. I'm just.
Make another perception.
Oh, no.
check.
Oh,
Her passive performance is actually pretty good, so I'm not even going to call for that. Yep, a 4. Again,
You might perceive that there's a dog sleeping near the horses.
you wind up checking on the horses like 12 times over the next 2 hours because you're certain the dragon's eating one of them, but it's not. It's not there. It's not anywhere near you.
The fact that one is a skeleton probably freaks her out a little.
2 hours pass. You all have benefited from a short rest at least.
But here's the question: is Veronica going to feel the need to apologize to Skeleton Thorn for letting him get eaten?
Orthan and Dell.
I'll apologize to Peaches and Bramble for having to stand next to him.
There's your short rest.
You get all of your hit die back on a long rest?
You get, at the end of a long rest, you regain all of your hit dice, you regain all of your hit points, you recover any abilities which recover on a long or short rest, you retain any ability scores that were reduced, you reduce your exhaustion by a number equal to your constitution modifier, and you gain inspiration if you don't already have it.
Oh, nice. I was mostly just trying to determine how many of my hit die I wanted to spend right now to make sure I was healthy.
All of them.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. There we go. I
Wait,
have one left.
when do I lose an exhaustion? Do I lose one now or
You lose
only after
one
the?
now. You lose one now.
Sweet.
Oh, I did need to check one thing that I forgot to check. Who does actually have the Southern Saynor spellbook overnight?
Corthan. He would not give it up. That's non-negotiable.
Okay.
Unless she snuck back in after he was asleep and took it.
He is the least sneaky person in this party. She did not. She just is probably sitting out there in her little dog donut shape going, I can't believe he wouldn't let me help him.
If you ask Veronica to do it, she would do it for
He
you.
does not want to engender any more animosity between Veronica and Corthan right now.
All right. So, yeah, it is morning. Veronica, you go back to sleep for a couple more hours and then eventually wake up. You all have breakfast.
It's not any better than dinner, sorry.
It's, in fact, exactly what dinner was. And now it is daytime, and you still need to rest for the whole day. So what are you guys doing for your downtime of this day?
I'm gonna start to clean the blood off of my clothing. I'll bring out my soap bar and some water, and I'm just kind of scrubbing.
Good choice.
Does foraging count as light activity?
Yes.
Yeah, she'll probably go at some point, not terribly far from the campsite, but just poke around, see if she can find some tasty mushrooms or some partridges or something. I don't know. Something to be tastier than what they're eating.
Give me a second. I'll adjudicate that in just a second. Is there anything else you
Yeah,
guys
no
want to be
worries.
doing or anything?
Would like trying to find like a squirrel to shoot down for something more than rations? Would that be
See, you could
light
come with
or
me when I forage.
That's foraging. Same idea. You're just
Okay.
foraging
So
food instead.
just
Or
let me
meat,
be a
rather.
dog while you forage, and we'll just go do some light hunting.
Hey, I like that. Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
am a hunting dog.
Totally doable.
Veronica will go with you then.
All right. Anybody else got any plans for this day?
Oh, nope, we haven't done the long rest yet. Shit, never mind.
Nope. You are still in the midst of your long rest.
You're going to try the lay on
gonna-
hands.
Oh, or lesser restoration if a point of lay on hands didn't work. Yeah.
Well, Corthan could return his eyesight right now, but I don't know that he really. He seems to be in no hurry to do so. Almost like he's punishing himself.
Hmm.
I
Well, in
bring
any
out
case,
my
Oh.
dice set, and I just kind of shake it towards Dell and ask, "Do you play? You wanna do some light gambling?"
you
Lauren,
have turned into Kandriva.
do you have any hit dice left?
I have one left.
If you spend one hit die, you regain half your lay on hands.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do that because I am hopefully going to.
Yeah, during a short
Just-
rest, you can spend one hit die to regain half of your lay on hands.
All right, you need to put them back for me because it doesn't like me doing that. And then I'll spend 1 point of that half on Corthan before I leave to see if that fixes his eyeballs.
So half of 25 is 12? No, it's always round up. 13. Wait. Wait.
Well, you're going to leave it at 12 anyways because she's using 1 point on Corthan.
I thought you were trying to cure a disease. Doesn't that take 5?
I don't know.
You should reread your lay on hands. I believe it tells you how many it takes.
Ah, yes. Okay. It does. So she'll spend 5.
Does it work?
It won't work if you're undead or a construct, so.
Hold on, I'm reading. And
Oh,
also
it depends on
discussing
whether or
other
not
things.
it's a disease.
I
No.
was just.
It is not a disease. It does not work. So go ahead and reduce your lay on hands by 5.
Yeah, and she'll be like, I can fix it once I get my spells back. Nope, that was 0. Okay. I told it neg 5.
I don't know that
Thank
you can
you.
do neg numbers in that box. You might have to actually just like put 8
Do the
next to it.
math. Ugh.
Anyway.
Wesley is so sympathetic to me that he came and laid his little chin on my leg. Like, Mom, you shouldn't ever have to do math. I feel you.
All right. So, Fig and Veronica, you're going hunting, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like, from whichever one of you, a survival check at advantage.
That's gonna
Yeah.
be you.
I figured.
$18. Yeah. Okay. Give me 1 sec.
You know, Gator's pretty good eating.
That would
Veronica
involve a
will take
fight.
anything.
Yes, it probably would. Gator's not known for just laying down and dying.
Small one.
Oh no,
Amen.
you shot an arrow at me. I guess I'll leave you alone.
Yeah, that worked out so well with the dragon.
Yes. I mean, I'll take a bird or a squirrel, preferably.
There's squirrels that live in swamps. Nutria, definitely.
Swamp squirrels, yeah. Snakes good eating.
Frogs, snakes.
Yeah. Snails, but there's a bunch of snails.
Snake
Guess I
tastes
could
like
do a
chicken.
snake. Yeah.
It does
Not
not.
looking forward to frog.
It does.
Well, the snake I had didn't taste like chicken.
Just don't
It's
eat
like very
turtle.
gamey.
Turtle is awful.
I have come to the conclusion that I don't particularly like to eat animals that are primarily carnivores.
You find.
But you eat chicken.
You find.
Chickens are
a
omnivores.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep,
Yes.
I
Yeah,
find
sorry, go ahead.
Okay. You find a patch of some resilient and edible tubers, kind of like sweet potatoes. They're a little bitter, but filling. Cluster of wild swamp mushrooms. You think they're safe to eat. And a hen or two. Just a wild hen or two.
excellent.
Awesome. Fig, I trust you with these hens and delivering something delicious with them.
She is
I know you
going
can't talk
to
back.
Fig, you
have one of the hens in her mouth and just be like so proud of herself.
you think you can make maybe 2 days of meals for the whole party out of that.
Sweet.
Hmm.
And it only takes you guys about 2 hours. You might be able to do that nightly if you don't take a watch.
Is it a swamp hen? Those things are
Yes.
very blue.
Yes.
So the hunting dog and the hunter will come back with the hunting dog carrying a bright blue bird in her mouth. Like, look at me, I found a bird.
What are the rest of you guys doing? Kaylin, you're playing dice with yourself.
I invited Dell over, but
Del,
Oh,
Del,
good
you
join.
playing dice?
Yes. Yes. Sorry.
Cool. All right, you guys play some dice. Val, what are you up to for the day?
I'll probably just hang out the horses and vent to Peaches.
Yeah. Fair enough. And Corthan?
Corthan would set out a chess set and invite Val to play some chess.
Oh. Sorry, Peaches, hold down the fort for me. Sure.
Okay. Are you proficient, Rob?
No, he's just an amateur.
Okay.
In all the ways.
Oh no, I am.
I thought you might be. It's dragon chess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you
Why-
proficient, Val?
No.
All right.
So,
cool. So
fascinatingly, the dog can play chess.
Yeah, of course you can, because it's the kind of thing that nobles learn. Dragon chess is a thing in Cormyr.
I know. I'm just please imagine if this were her in dog form also.
All right, so I actually want to know who wins this game of chess. Corthin, you have a disadvantage because you're blind.
Right.
It's
What?
it's an intelligence check.
Okay.
So go ahead and make an intelligence dragon dice check at disadvantage. Foul. You also need to make an
Chess.
intelligence check.
Mm.
Sorry, dragon chess.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Can I give Val inspiration?
You can, if you want him to re-roll it. You absolutely can.
Yes.
What is this anti-Corthin
Okay.
campaign that's going on
it is.
here? What the
Take it.
hell?
Go ahead, Val, re-roll. Veronica, mark off your inspiration.
Oh.
Alright. So, okay. So here's how this goes. You guys sit down to play a game of chess. Corthin, you several times have to feel over the entire board to find where all the pieces are. You mostly are playing in your head, but memory is not easy, and you've never had to play blind before. This is a little new. So you do a lot of that. Fal, you've played this before like once, maybe? You weren't very good at it. Somewhere around the point that it is very clear that Val has lost, Ronnie comes in and gives you a bit of advice. It's good advice. You take it. It's not enough.
Corthin even would have let Foul play Cormyr.
Yeah, you're even playing Cormyr, which has the initiative. You lose so hard.
How about cards?
If you have cards,
Fig
yeah, he'd be up for that.
is probably
Yeah.
cleaning the birds and setting aside all of these lovely blue-black feathers for Veronica to potentially make into arrows.
That's nice.
He
Thank
doesn't
you.
like to waste.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do or discuss or plan or think about or...
I would want to go
Uh,
check on my brew,
Want
which I'm
beer?
sure is ruined at this point.
Yeah, you go check on your brew. Now, I'll be a little honest, out of character. I don't know what happens when you pop the keg early.
Yeah, me either.
It
You're
just
fine.
is weak. It's
Just
flat
roll
and
zero.
weak.
No, well, I know it's flat and weak. I
Yeah, but
just
can
don't
you
know
seal it back up and
Right,
restart
that's
the
what I
timer?
don't know. Can you
Yeah,
continue
the
the process?
fermentation will continue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
I don't know why
so,
I'm saying yes when he's the one who brews shit. Tannis, I mean.
So yeah,
Yeah.
go make a brewer's tools check. What's your current exhaustion level? Is it 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. So with a 12, I'll tell you, you know that you need to reseal this and let it go for just another couple days.
Okay. Yeah. I'll
Uh,
set it back up, get it back.
unfortunately,
In
you know, you drink at least 4 or 5 mugs of it last night, so it's not going to be nearly as much good alcohol when it's ready. But you know,
Also, it's been open all night, so now it's lambic.
Yeah, if it's been open all night, that's pretty rough. But
okay, yeah. So there you go.
shape. Sweet.
I mean, it will increase in alcoholic intensity. Definitely.
it
If you can.
likely will have bacteria in there that's gonna turn it into not good
Gross shit.
Blighted
alcohol.
bacteria.
Spoiled.
Yeah. Light lambic.
It ain't just yeast in there no more.
Yeah, not good. Not good. You might be able to save it. We'll see.
It could be good. Maybe it's just got a little funk to it.
Yeah.
People
Yeah,
pay
no.
extra for that.
Open it again. It's got a nice SCOBY on it, you know.
Mm.
A what?
If Corthin did indicate any interest in cards, Fal wouldn't try to play him, but would try to just teach him the cards and go through each of the.
Sure, yeah.
Which I'm sure
types of
this will
hands.
be great and valuable learning experience for the blind man.
Yep.
Do you have any sevens?
No idea.
more of the rules and stuff, so we can actually gamble later.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do this day before we get back to taking watch this evening to finish your long rest?
Veronica will join with a card lesson if Val is
Yeah.
willing.
Anyone
Big's
that
gonna make dinner.
Okay, Vic, go ahead and make a cook's supplies.
I don't think that Kaylin would join with the cards, but I would probably help like dice up things and like do some of the
You're gonna
cooking
help cooking?
things.
Okay.
Yeah, just because
Are you proficient in cook's tools?
I am not, but I would think I would do things like just like dice up some stuff or like
Okay.
do
Sous
some
chef.
sous chef's work.
I'll give advantage to Fig for that. This time.
Much better.
Fig, you managed to make a mushroom and wild hen, meal that is delicious. With tubers, with roasted tubers.
Yeah, it's like probably like a really rustic stew thing,
Yeah, it's a
and
little
absolutely,
bland because you don't have like a massive
yeah,
amount of seasoning available, but it's still better than what you guys had in the form of rations.
and it's warm food, which is great. And she will absolutely, if Kaylin is receptive to it, teach him little cooking tricks because she just loves to share.
Excellent. Who's got first watch tonight?
Corthan is going to sometime in the evening cast remove curse on himself.
Okay.
I debated leaving my eyes gone for another night, but it's better that he use a pack slot now than Fig use a regular slot the next day.
Okay. You are no longer blinded.
Hopefully, he would tell Fig that he did that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
otherwise she'll just straight up
it's
ass on him.
noticeable. It's noticeable when he comes to dinner and is able to see the food.
he's no
Okay,
longer like
have you looked at her
wobbling around.
perception? She's a dumbass. I love her, but she is not smart.
It also has
He'll
a vocal component, so we probably heard him casting
he
a
would
spell.
oh god, what is my vocal component? Let me
What
see.
is your vocal component for this?
Sovereignty of Silver Fire.
Oh, yeah. And as he says those words, silver fire dances across his eyes and then vanishes.
Is that normal?
It is when one is restoring one's vision.
Oh, okay.
Fig, this was delicious.
Thank you. Thanks for helping me find the birds.
Oh, Ronnie, you lose one
course.
arrow for all of that, by the way.
Okay, I'll take it off.
Oh no! How will she ever recover from
I'm
the
just
loss of
saying,
one
you
arrow?
lose an arrow for hunting with your arrows. That happens.
I know.
That's the
I
way
just
it
know
goes.
that she picked up a bunch because of the lizard
Yeah,
folk.
I know.
I am now 43 arrows.
Are you going to cast Sending before bed, Rob?
I was debating that.
Just asking.
I see no reason to do so.
Yes, I don't actually want to know what the dragon thinks is good bear goals.
Unless it is to rile the dragon further, and I've been instructed that that's not something I'm supposed to do, apparently, for some
It
reason.
did tell you to do so, though. It might be
It
riling it
did
not to.
tell me to do so, but I have
So-
known.
So now which one's riling the dragon more, you know?
Would Corthan have said anything to anyone in the group about the dragon sending or no?
He would actually try to get Dell off on his own.
Well, I'm sure you could have done that in the last 18 hours that you guys were chilling in the camp. So let's hear this conversation.
I sent a sending to the dragon. I tried apologizing. I asked for its name. I thought it might be useful for our reports. Unfortunately, it's still quite angry about the whole thing and losing a horn. I'm a impudent whelp, apparently. It's angry that we've invaded its territory and slaughtered its lizard folk. Uh, Something else about something rather not important. But it's demanding recompense. Says we owe it for what we've done by daring to come in here. And he suggested quite vehemently that I contact it for further instructions.
Um,
Would you like to make a knowledge check?
yes, please.
Uh-huh. That'll be Arcana. Obviously, you have advantage.
Where's the button? That button.
I deeply enjoy, by the way, that Matt playing something dragon adjacent is about as surprising as me playing something dog adjacent.
And nobody's surprised by this. I don't even think the people who
Surprised.
don't know Matthew are surprised by it.
And Rob's
I
playing
was
something
surprised.
necromancer adjacent, whether
Yes,
that was
we're
the
just
plan or not.
It
That
was
wasn't his
totally
plan.
not the plan.
That was all me.
but
Yeah,
he
okay.
saw opportunity and went, well,
All right. So, here's what you know. He's being called an impudent whelp,
Yeah,
which
that
means
tracks.
the dragon thinks of him as a bit of a child, but also there are far worse things the dragon could have called him. It's vaguely, almost, kind of, sort of adjacent to the idea of maybe thinking of possibly being respectful. Also, he mentioned invading his territory, slaughtering his people, which certainly are valid reasons for a dragon to be annoyed. Demanding recompense generally doesn't mean it's going to come and bite your head off. It generally means it actually has, like, a thing it wants you to do. A specific thing it wants you to do. Like a quest that it wants you to undertake on its behalf.
Right.
Could be
like
good,
maybe
could be
I don't like
bad,
this flight.
but it's certainly better than another fight.
Yeah, we
Unless
need
you're
like half a
real
dozen more
sure,
levels.
you can take it.
Considering our current status, I would say that at the very least we play along.
Any idea what I should send back?
Did you tell me exactly what you said?
No, he did not tell you exactly.
I was a little vague on the
Okay.
equal part.
He said he apologized
Yeah, I did do
Right.
that, which is true. I did.
and asked for his
Uh,
hand.
Just
How
send him. I'm sure that'll go over well.
how assertive were you in your apology?
I started out with the apology. I said that we've both proved our strength and we're fairly equal.
That immediately triggers as you told the dragon you were its equal.
Yeah. And that would be quite assertive as far as a dragon is concerned. I
Yes,
would
that was exactly Mark.
maintain
Thank you.
a level of assurance and ask or inform them that we are standing by for their request. Did I lose you guys?
I'm here.
No.
All right. Should I mention that Cormyr's crown owns these lands, not the dragon?
No.
But they do.
I
It
don't
seems an
believe that
insult.
a dragon will recognize that authority.
Hmm.
So,
By its own rules, it is bound to do so.
by which rules?
History check real quick, Matthew. And also make another. Well, that's a history check relating to dragons, actually. So I think you still have
Advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be a hell of a thing if this dragon is actually working for the crown and was all just a huge misunderstanding.
Also, give me. Give me another Arcana check. Just trying to think how I want to do this.
Standard or with advantage?
With it's still dragons.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what I think. You know that there are ancient rights that dragons have for making deals with humans. You don't recall anything in Cormyr's history about that, but your parents never really delved into history of Cormyr too much. I mean, you know the basics, but the specific details of especially pre-human Cormyr are not there for you per se. So what you do know is that there are certainly binding agreements that dragons will make that will pass down through multiple generations of dragon, which can be truly binding and say, such as whose territory this is. Those binding agreements can be challenged, but to challenge them involves a fight. You do know that there was a fight between dragons attacking Suzail not that long ago, actually. But the dragons lost. So in theory, if what Corthin is saying is true, then Cormyr is under such an agreement, and the dragons have to pay deference to the royal line of Cormyr's leadership. But that doesn't mean they can't hunt here, and that doesn't mean they can't have territory here. All it means is that if the king says you have to leave, they have to do so. Or fight.
I feel like, strictly speaking, that's how always how that works. Either you leave or you fight the person trying to take your land.
It's a little more ritualized with dragons.
Yep.
I'm
maintaining my statement of I don't think that the dragon will care.
Yeah, but Corthin cares.
Which absolutely to you, Corthin, will come across as, does that mean the dragons are no longer going to honor the ancient right? It implies a weakening of the purple dragon's word.
I'm tempted to ask if he pays taxes. I'm trying to figure out how to word you don't this isn't your territory, bitch, without
Yeah,
being
how do you
rude.
tell a dragon that they're squatting?
I mean, it is
But-
their territory. Dragons still can hold territory within Cormyr.
Yeah. I know.
Okay.
And there's a reason why he specifically phrased it to say that we were awaiting the request, not instructions. In case that was missed.
I got it.
Oh gosh.
Here we go.
Acid breath while we sleep.
I use my second spell slot to cast sending, since I don't have.
Ooh, all right.
I'm gonna use the
Guess you got
spending
yourself a
ability.
new pair.
Everybody is suddenly 5 pounds lighter as coin just disappears.
Have that spell IRL.
That's the spell I cast every time I go to the grocery store.
Oh.
What recompense would you be looking for? If it isn't anything too bothersome, we may be willing to assist, after having proven our worth already.
Hey, that was pretty good.
That was actually pretty good. You get a response. You have encountered Vol Shaketh Shingloth, the dread majesty of the vast. My swamp is blighted. You will cure it before you leave, or you will die.
You know what? I like it when the dragon asks us to do the thing we were already going to do.
I mean, technically, we're going after the lady. We don't know what's causing the blight yet, right?
Corthin and I were pretty overtly directed to fix the swamp.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, both Corthin and Fig have a side mission of fixing the blight.
And if we do it, then we get to be a real war wizard and a
Difficult
real
to comprehend noises. Try to sound out the difficult to comprehend noises for Dell.
Make an intelligence check.
All I heard was like Yogg Sothoth, so I just assume it's one of the old gods.
You got the beginning, which is Vorl.
Vorl, gotcha. I think it's his name.
Can I do a
Yep, make
intelligence check?
Yep. Yeah, just intelligence, but I will give you advantage.
Since I would have studied my family's home territory. Wow. That's terrible.
Yeah, again, you got Vorl.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
I feel like do I want to inspire this one?
If you want to. I mean, you're about to all gain inspiration because you're about to finish a long rest. So if you have inspiration,
yeah,
that's a good
now's
point.
the time
I'll use
to
mine.
spend it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
No, go ahead and keep yours. I'll use mine.
I was about to use it on cooking, but then Kaylin came in clutch, so.
Wait.
Chopping them carrots.
I was actually rolling the wrong thing.
Yeah, that's a save, but it doesn't matter. I think they're the same for you. Your skill and your save.
No. I don't.
Oh, you're proficient.
My skill mod is +2.
Your save is +4.
But the save is affected by my exhaustion.
So is the skill. Everything is.
Not per the
every roll of a d20
when you
is
roll it,
affected by exhaustion.
It'll have the minus whatever.
Yeah, even if you don't see it there,
okay.
it will do so. So you're fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just roll an intelligence check right now.
Yep.
Anybody else want to throw inspiration at this?
Sure. I'd like to inspire my intelligence check of interpreting the name.
Go for it. Go for it.
Because Corthin absolutely would use his to not look stupid.
Sure. Go ahead. All right. You got Vorl Shaketh Shing.
He does what to his Shing?
Shaketh Shin.
You muted.
Who's muted?
Veronica was trying to talk. It looked like
I'm mouthing it because it's very difficult.
That was a manual mute.
Is anybody else going to throw inspiration at Dell's roll?
Yeah, I'll throw mine to his. Let's make it happen.
There we go.
There you go. Vorl Shaketh Shing. It means beautiful shadow water, or beautiful dark water, aka beautiful swamp.
And is this a known to my family type?
Ooh, now that's a good question. Make a history check. You have advantage on this.
His name is Pretty Swamp Face.
There is part that Rob did not get there.
Yeah, the part that sounded like Yogg-Saron, I'm sure.
With a 13, you don't think you've heard of a Vorl before.
Okay.
You do know that the dragon probably is going to go by Vorl amongst humans, though, because, you know, dragon names.
Humans are terminally bad at speaking dragon names
And, like,
properly.
if a dragon has the opportunity to say, my name is beautiful, call me beautiful, I am beautiful, of course it will take the opportunity.
I mean, he's not even wrong, right? Like, dragons are very pretty, generally.
I don't know.
When
this
they
one's
have all
missing a
their
horn.
horns.
Anyways, so yeah, you guys got the response, and you got the name.
I'm not suggesting we take it right now, but is this...
Are you
Okay.
able to
We're
respond?
about to take the break as soon as
Okay.
we're done with this scene.
Oh my god. Did anyone pick up the
Or
horn? Was
Oh no,
It's
it
gone.
was blown
got
Okay.
dust.
to
Okay.
bits.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Okay.
dusted that
disintegrated.
shit.
Okay. Cool.
You
Gordon,
might be able to snort the dust.
are you able to respond?
Not today. I'd have to
Understood.
send it tomorrow.
Understood.
This is
If
the
you
first time.
respond to tell it we accept, do not
Oh,
indicate
it
that
was-
we were doing such already.
It was more of
Oh.
a threat, really. Either we cure it before we leave or we die.
I understand that.
I'm
But
going to
it does
suggest
need
that
to
you
know.
should suggest to him that he should suggest to the dragon that maybe it keep its lizard folk off of, so if it wants us to cure the fucking swamp.
You should maybe
Yeah.
suggest that yourself.
That's a
I
good
can't
thing
hear this
to
conversation
suggest.
because he pulled Bell off to the
Then
side.
let them talk then.
Okay.
We should probably let the others know.
Makes sense.
All right, well, when you let Fig know, she'll be like, please ask it to keep the lizard folk from eating us.
Well, that could be another scene.
All right, we are going to take our break here. Pick up in just a bit. And we're back. All right, so you guys are settling in for the evening. Is anybody want to do anything tonight before you start your rests?
I would like to find out if how close we are to the other sending stone.
Good question. You are still, it's a little less than a day away now.
Okay.
I'll call it several hours still, but you're closer. But you didn't exactly go straight towards it today, or yesterday rather. So about a day.
You mean when I had no control over where we were
Yeah,
going?
when Fig was leading.
He
So
had different priorities. That's all.
She also did not have the ability to actually know which direction to go in.
well, she could have rifled through your pockets for the sending stone and used it.
We could
but
have used
you didn't.
Bell
So.
as a divining rod.
She is not
Yeah,
foul.
could have. So, anyways, yeah, you're a little less than a day, give or take. You've gone a little north.
In theory, we
there.
could get there by the end of a day's travel.
In theory, at the pace you've been
Is
going.
are we
Is-
doing regular? Sorry, go
No.
ahead.
That was my next question, but
I was just going to ask if the Greater Moonsea map is accurate
as far as
There's
where
your
you guys
proceed.
are located, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, we're in the stuff.
You're
I
in the
just
vast swamp. Yep.
wasn't
yep,
sure
okay.
how far we had...
I haven't moved it, but I'll move it now. So you're actually a little closer to Scimitar. Oh, about here now.
Okay.
Not that you know that, Iceely, because
Yeah,
none of you
yeah.
guys are,
We don't have a map, right?
I was more curious to
Yeah.
see what direction we...
northeast-ish. Anyways, anything else this evening before you rest?
I don't have
My
anything.
question is if we have regular
Watch.
watches, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Which we'll get to that in just a moment. Anything before we get to the watches?
Corthin would spend some of the afternoon or evening rather in sketching out a map of where they've been and where they've, traveled.
Okay. You have, I assume you have pen, ink, and paper for that.
And cartographer's tools.
You're skilled in cartography tools. Okay, go ahead and
I
make me a
am.
cartographer's tools check with intelligence. I was gonna call that at disadvantage, but if you've got skills, you're good.
Fig is only going to be watching him very studiously for any signs that he is overstudying, and then try to go take the book again.
Right now, he appears to be drawing, and it's a reasonable map. Not the best map, but it'll do.
Yeah. I was just the discussion of whether we had a map or not made me remember. Wait a minute, I have that.
I just need to fill it in.
Yep. Okay. Anything else this evening before you guys start your watches and your rest? Okay, Corthin, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Wait, did he not have to do that the other night because he was blind?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if he had failed it and just tried to talk one of us into reading it to him?
You managed not to read Sither and Shaynor spellbook this evening.
Possibly because the dog won't stop staring at you.
Possibly because the dog won't stop staring at you. All right. So what's our watch order this evening?
Keelan will hop in first, just because he didn't do it last night.
Okay.
And he's eager to help out.
Okay.
Back to normal?
Could go back to normal.
It's okay. Yeah, I mean, I
Veronica
don't
will,
see any
uh,
reason not
yeah.
to.
Veronica will watch with Kaylin.
Okay. So Ronnie or Kaylin, I need one of you to make a perception check at advantage.
Should probably be you.
Yeah.
Such a weird backwards way to do things because you have this problem.
The
Probably
problem being that he
He-
was so close to death.
Ooh, natural 20. Well, it can't get better than that, so a 19 perception it is. Unlike last evening, this evening, having Kalen up with you, even though he still looks a little tired, even though you haven't moved, you feel reassured. The dragon's not here. Nothing is coming to get you. And boy, that chicken dinner was good. Nothing happens
Yeah.
during your watch.
Can I ask Caitlin something?
Absolutely.
There was a point, we'll be chumming by the fire or whatever, right? Veronica will ask Caitlin, there was a point when we were fighting the dragon where I thought it was done. Like I thought we were gonna let it fly away and recover and recoup. And then that damn mage shot another thing at it, brought it down again, and I thought that was it. You chased after it, and I literally couldn't do anything because I knew if we kept fighting the dragon, we would be done. But you still ran after it. Why?
In the heat of battle, when your enemy is close, it's still a huge danger. If you don't attack with as much ferocity as you can, you will end up in the wagon carried back as a corpse. I've seen many, many corpses hauled back from the battles, and I didn't want anyone here to suffer that fate.
I couldn't leave you. But it did enter my mind. But I couldn't leave you. But I knew that was the wrong decision. We should not have gone after it again.
True, but when the enemy is on the ground, ready to bite your head off, there's nothing else you can do, especially if it flies faster than you can run.
We could have won.
We could have won, but we also could have been the ones hauled back if anyone came across our bodies, if we were lucky enough, or we would have rested here in the swamp. But either way, we lived to fight another day, and that's what really matters. In the future, though, if we come across a situation again and you do feel like running, maybe you should. Someone needs to lead the House Dracahorn, and if I have to sacrifice myself to the dragon to make it happen, then so be it.
Veronica's gonna slap him.
Like a serious slap?
Like, I'm angry you just said that. I can't believe you just said that.
Roll the hit. See if I block it.
That'll be a strength check.
Oh, gosh.
His fists are not finesse.
Not for her, anyways.
You gotta do a lot of training for that.
You don't even get close.
Even in
Fist
my
finesse
exhausted
for
state,
anybody?
I would say that instead of you slapping me, I grab your hand and I kind of lower it, and I'm like, "We'll be okay. Don't worry. We have a group of capable people with us. We're gonna
I
survive
don't know
this."
about that.
I will say,
I'm
as much
questioning.
as I have issues with magic, I was pretty impressed. Don't tell him I said this. But there was a couple of moments where I felt that we could have made it. We can make a decent team. Just keep an eye on them and make sure that they're not out to get us in any way or still, destroy the House Dracahorn. But I think that I'm growing a little bit more trust towards them.
It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter if I ran away. It does matter if you died in that swamp.
I'll just kind of lean over and put my arm around her and say, it'll be okay.
Okay. Veronica will just sit quietly and watch the fire.
Rest of your watch passes uneventfully. Eventually, it's time to wake Fig.
Veronica will walk over to Fig, and instead of just nudging her, she'll pet her ears.
Aww. Fig's tail starts wagging before she ever shows any other signs of being awake. And you might have to tell her to go take a watch because she will just let you pet her forever otherwise.
Yeah. Time to wake up, Fig.
She will, however, eventually get up, big doggy stretch, and then go do her little watch patrols like she likes to do.
Okay, give me perception and advantage. Your watch is similarly uneventful. Nothing
Excellent.
seems to happen. I do need to confirm one thing. Corthan, did you reestablish control of the skeleton horse and the skeleton lizard folks?
I had questions about that for Animate Dead. I can, but is it every long rest or is it every day? Because that's like twice as many,
That's a good
or even
question.
more.
Yeah,
That's
a good
like
question.
suddenly the spell costs like 2 to 5 more casts per duration than otherwise.
Yeah, that's fair. Let me think about that for this session. We'll go with prolong a rest, but let me think about that for long term. Okay. So your watch passes uneventfully, Fig. Everything seems fine.
She will go in and wake up Val and then go back to being a little curly cute dog.
How are you waking Val up? I'm just curious. Are you licking his face?
Gently pet his.
Do you lick his face?
Oh yeah, probably, or whatever. Like if his face is not really accessible, she'll lick his arm, his hand, right? Like.
Okay. I'm sorry. Living with a spaniel, it would be paw to the face. Just boom.
Oh yes. Well, a regular spaniel will just climb all over you, right? But she is still mildly smarter than a regular spaniel. Not a whole lot, but a little bit.
Yep. All right, Val.
All right. Thanks. And Val go
give me your
poke
perception
out
check.
outside of the dome.
You know, you don't have to go outside the dome to see outside the dome, right?
I'm gonna poke my head out anyways.
Fig was only doing it because he wasn't sure she'd smell things in time if she was in the dome.
An 8.
Same.
Not exactly.
8.
Yeah, you
That's
rolled
an
twice
11,
there.
sir.
No, you rolled twice. You got an 8 and an 11.
Oh, weird. Okay.
You double tapped. Anyways. Watch pass is relatively uneventful. Seems quiet. A little too quiet.
Just so long as it's not a little too rough.
Thank you, Matthew.
I'm starting to think Del might not have it on him. Okay. I'll go in, wake up Corthin.
Okay.
I'll just give him a nudge with my foot.
Corthin, you're awake.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
No luck finding what you lost, huh?
Don't mention it, please. The loss is too much to bear. And I'm just gonna wander off to a corner.
Oh, wake up, Dell.
And
I need perception
watch
from one of
begins.
you at advantage.
Who's watching with me?
I
Corthin.
am.
Okay.
I'm still at -2, so you're.
Yeah.
If you want to roll with advantage, you can.
16. 16, yeah. The pre-dawn watch. It is quiet. But eventually you spot the sun rising in the east through the fog. Which is to say it gets a little lighter. Still really uncomfortably dim in this particular swamp. But nothing happens. You
Uncomfortably
have
dim.
survived. Yeah,
That's like some of our teammates.
you have survived a long
Hey,
rest.
I'm very, very comfortable with my dimness.
It is Alturiak the 25th.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, long rest.
Yeah,
Why did I
only
only
have-
get one hit die back?
Set it back to full if it doesn't do it properly.
Yeah, it did. Seems like it did everything else.
Oh yeah,
Although
I only got
my
2.
Well, what's really weird is
Dang.
like it says Corthin got 7.
It
So-
shows me only having 2 out of 5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
Four
also
out of
do.
5,
I'm-
yeah.
So confused.
I am too. I don't know what's going on with it, but
Yeah, it says long rest 7 days.
yeah.
What?
Well,
I have a
mean,
lot
that,
of questions, but you know,
Oh, 7 hit die. Yeah.
the 7 days thing is just because it's using
Huh.
the modded version of gritty realism, which we're not actually using. But regardless, go ahead and set your hit die to 5. You should all have all of your hit dice. You should all recover exhaustion equal to your Constitution modifier, minimum of 1.
Is it Constitution modifier under exhaustion or pre-exhaustion? Because I think you'd never be able to recover anything.
Your
if it was
modifier doesn't
under
change.
exhaustion.
It is a penalty after.
Gotcha.
So if you have a 14,
Understood.
yeah, you recover 2 exhaustion here.
Oh, so I get another one. Nice.
Hooray! My 4 exhaustion are gone.
I still
And
have
then
3.
That's okay.
I'm gonna have to get some tips from Val.
I think you should still be at 1, Corthin.
I had 4, and I lost 2 per day.
Why 2 per day? You should have only lost 1 per day.
I had two mod, right? My mod is 14, or my score is 14.
Only the long rest recovers 2.
Oh, okay. So
The short
you
rest
won.
recovered 1.
Gotcha.
So that's 3 total. So you are at -1 right now.
I only recovered 1 from the long rest.
1 hit die, you mean?
1.
Manually
Exhaustion.
adjust it. It won't adjust it for you. You'll have to
Yeah,
manually adjust
it doesn't do it.
Okay.
It doesn't know about the house rule. So
And we gain inspiration.
And you all gain inspiration. Yes.
Hooray!
Okay, now we go fuck up the dragon.
Hooray!
I'm ready. -3 to everything. Let's go.
All right. It is morning. on the 25th. What do you guys want to do?
I'm assuming Corthin is